Leo naona kuna a lot of important topics, and one of the members I also want to give my contributions. And before I give my contributions, because the first two topics we are talking about is about integrity in public hiring, integrity in our judicial system, and also politics. But before I begin, when we go back to 1950s, China was even worse than Kenya. But in less than 100 years, they are where they are today, and almost beating United States of America very soon. What did they do? They first of all started by identifying the main problem that was facing it as a country. And by that time, the main problem in China by the way was corruption. And through corruption, people are dying of hunger, people are dying still of abduction, there was a lot of insecurity. But what did they decide to do? They said that from today, henceforth, anybody who will be found culpable of any corruption case, it will be execution. And they became serious with it. And today, China is where it is today. Now, back to our topics today. Integrity in our public hiring. There is no integrity at all. There was a member who was here by the name Ganga and was discussing about employment and bribery. That's where we are as a nation. Why is there no integrity in public hiring? When you look at the way integrity in public hiring starts, if the president can do that, do you think the minister he has appointed or the cabinet secretary he has appointed will do something different from that when he takes power? Not at all. There is no accountability, there is no integrity in our public hiring. We have a lot of graduates today graduating from public and private universities and with a greater qualification. But today, if you walk into a public office, somebody who is serving as a managing director or somebody serving in a very big position has no qualification, simply because this is someone who had connection and he has some money to pay to get that job. There is no integrity at all. About our public universities, there is no integrity in hiring, especially vice chancellors in our public universities today. That's why Moi University has been and is still on its knees. Why? Because the former vice chancellor who was there, it was through a political process that was undercover that he managed to become the vice chancellor. And becoming the vice chancellor meant that he has to serve the interest of whoever propelled his ambition of being the vice chancellor. Isn't it? The same thing applies here to the University of Nairobi. There are a lot of political meddling in appointment in our public universities. And when that happens, a university, a big university like the University of Nairobi, will not continue to produce creme de la creme of the country. And our young people, our young generation will not get the quality education. And those with quality education, due to lack of confidence in our public hirings, we will prefer to go and get jobs abroad. And this is what we call brain drain. So our government is intentionally encouraging brain drain to happen in Kenya. Now, there is also no accountability. There is no integrity in our judicial system. If there is a judicial system, apart from the one that was there in 2007, that swore in Kibaki at night, this judicial system of today is very corrupt, is very shambolic, and is very political. They are there to serve an interest of a few, if not one person. When these people came into power, we were aware and we followed the whole process. Everybody is aware that Martha Koome was not number one, was not number two. But why is he? Why is she? He was the project of the government. And even the way he oversaw the presidential petition case of the year 2022, it shows you clearly, even from the term he was using, how can you use a term like hot air when there is matters of integrity, when there is a big case of public interest before your eyes, isn't it? To finish with, as Kenyans, we can change the status quo, and the only opportunity we have is 2027. When we change 2027, we will change our course forever. And why should we change that? And how should we change that? We cannot take Ruto, for instance, from power and bring in Mudavadi, or bring in someone who has the same philosophy, because we are being led more even in the ground as he's in the grave. He's leading us. So if we want to get rid of corruption and lack of integrity in our country, it means we need to get a fresh mind, somebody new, somebody with new idea, new generation of ideas into power to change the status quo. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, Gen Z. Thank you.